Hi, everybody. Welcome to my new series where I finally work on a winter map. This city is going to be called Kier after the city in the TV show Severance because, all the winter maps seem kind of dark and dreary, so it kind of fits in. I'm not going to recreate the town or anything like that, but I thought it would be funny to go ahead and name a winter city Kier. So let's get started. So I've used the Snowy Coast map for this build because there's a lot of flat ground here in the middle. There's a lot of exciting features on the outskirts of the map as well that could be useful, especially for things like Dieter Egan National Park, but we'll get there later. I've started out and I've built this highway through the middle that is going to kind of serve as an anchor for the whole city, for the major core of the city. So, yeah, there's a lot that we can get started on. Um, I think I'm going to start in this area and work to connect these roads together as well. So let's see what we can come up with. I want to take time to craft quality intersections in this series. So this is kind of the first big one. We're going to have this road go along the coast here and connect with the main arterial that I've already built. So let's see how that all works. That's going to be really cool. So here are the major roads laid out, the three major arterials running through this section of the city. I still need to connect with an intersection here. And once we start building, we're going to focus more towards this side where the train tracks are. But let's go. So I used one of the pre-built intersections here, but I really like it, and I think it's going to work well for the flow of traffic that we're going to have going through this region. So I built a whole utilities area here with snow removal and road maintenance, geothermal heating and energy, as well as trash facilities and sewer facilities. So I think I got everything set up to get started on the grid. So we have the initial grid from our first neighborhood, Imogene. We're really going to get going here in a second, and I'm going to start zoning and see how we can get the city to grow. So I've got the major services buildings, and I've had some initial zoning, so things are starting to come in here, mostly low density houses and a little bit of commercial along the major road. Okay, we still had pretty large demand for residential, so I added another block along the back there. So, yeah, I think we're almost done with the neighborhood here. Let me do a couple more things. So this is the one area in this neighborhood that's going to have high density residential right along the waterfront. I also built a quay that's probably going to extend along the whole of the coast here once I get going. But yeah, let me add a couple more blocks. All right, so I've added 2 more blocks to the back, and behind that I have this collector. I have a 4-lane road situation going on there that will kind of be the edge of this neighborhood. So this neighborhood is going to be surrounded on both sides by these collectors. And there we have it, Imogene, the first neighborhood of Kier. Really looks like a decent start to the city. I'm really excited to get going. There are a couple more things I want to take care of before I close this episode out, so let's get going on that and see what we can do to add some industrial. Alright, so I tucked in a little bit of industrial zoning here next to the utilities complex. This is going to expand over time, I'm sure, but we got a good start. Okay, so I have this small industrial area so far. I have connected a cargo train station so that we can receive and send out goods. And yeah, I think that that's all I'm going to work on today. Let's take a look at our city and see how things stand. Alright, well, there's our first neighborhood of Imogene, with also an industrial area, and this is the beginning of Kier. I'm really excited to see how this city goes. It's something completely different that I haven't done before. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Take care. Have a good one.